Hello YouTube, how's everybody doing? Today I want to discuss caffeine and more specifically caffeine toxicity. Some of you may not be aware of this, but when you're drinking energy drinks and taking pre-workout supplements like NO Explode and Extreme Edge and a lot of the other pre-workout supplements out there, they have specific guidelines for how many servings you're supposed to take, and also on energy drinks they have specific guidelines also. So typically, Monster, Amp, Rockstar, and a lot of your larger energy drinks contain about 2 servings per container. So what you have to be careful of is not to drink a lot of these energy drinks all in one day. And I've been doing a lot of research on this over the last year, and what I'm seeing, and I don't know if a lot of the information is being blacklisted, but I'm seeing a lot of people who are draining their adrenal glands, and what happens is they have to go to get dialysis for their kidneys. And I don't know what exactly they're doing in a dialysis process, but once your adrenal glands are drained, from what I understand, that's it. You know what I mean? And your adrenal glands are in control of pumping adrenaline into your body in the event that you're in a stressful situation. You might need to run away from something, or you might be in a situation where you have to think faster, and your body recognizes certain stresses in certain situations and causes your adrenal glands to pump adrenaline into your blood, because it's like it's something that helps you feel stronger and helps you think faster. So adrenaline is extremely important. I don't know how much adrenaline is used on a daily basis in your body, but I'm pretty sure at some point throughout the day that there's adrenaline coming into your body, even though it may not be an extremely stressful situation. So on to what I want to talk about is this 14-year-old girl died from caffeine toxicity. And basically, once you consume, I don't know this off the top of my head, and I did pull up some more information, but I believe anywhere above 600 milligrams of caffeine can cause caffeine toxicity. And there are certain ways your body will react to caffeine toxicity. For some people, it may be worse than others, and for some people it can cause death, as for people who have certain physical ailments already. And once you're aware of that, or once a doctor makes you aware of that ailment that you may have, they'll let you know whether you can consume caffeine or not. So this 14-year-old girl, she had a mitral valve prolapse in her heart, and you can look that up. I'll write it below. You can do more research on that yourself. But to her understanding, she was able to drink caffeine. Now, I wasn't there when the doctor told her this, but the way the news is presenting this information is that she, it was okay for her to drink coffee and other things that have caffeine. But mind you, one tall bottle of, let's say, Monster energy drink is the equivalent of 7 cups of espresso, or about 14 or 16 cans of soda. So let me read you some information I found about caffeine toxicity. Caffeine 1,137 trimethanthine is the most and I may have botched that up, is the most widely consumed stimulant drug in the world. It is present in a variety of forms: medications, coffee, tea, soft drinks, and chocolate. About 80% of adults in the United States consume caffeine in the form of tea on a daily basis. In quantities found in food and beverages, caffeine is unlikely to cause acute medical problems. However, caffeine is present in concentrated forms in over-the-counter products such as alertness-promoting medications, for example, Noodles or Vivarin, menstrual aids, for example, Midol, analgesics, I'm probably botching that up, for example, Excedrin, Anacin, BC powder, and diet aids, for example, Dexatrim. Caffeine is also a component of prescription medications, for example, Fioricet, Kefirgot, I'm destroying these words, energy drinks, and herbal preparations. The chemical structure of caffeine is shown below. I'll link to this so you can see the structure. And here's some more information about it. In 1989, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, limited the amount of caffeine in over-the-counter products to a maximum of 200 milligrams per dose. The ingestion of such concentrated sources of caffeine is the general cause of acute caffeine toxicity. Caffeine has differing CNS, cardiovascular, and metabolic effects based on the quantity ingested. Average doses of caffeine, and listen, this is average, 85 through 250 milligrams, and I'll repeat that, 85 through 250 milligrams is average. That's the equivalent of 1 to 3 cups of coffee, may result in feelings of alertness, decreased fatigue, and eased flow of thought. High doses, 250 through 500 milligrams, can result in restlessness, nervousness, insomnia, tremors, and high doses caffeine can cause a hyperadrenic syndrome resulting in seizures and cardiovascular instability. I'll read that one more time. In high doses, caffeine can cause hyperadrenic syndrome, and I'm probably botching that word up, resulting in seizures and cardiovascular instability. So, you don't want to overdo it with caffeine. Because caffeine overdoses, intentional or unintentional, are relatively common in the United States, physicians and other medical personnel must be aware of caffeine toxicity to recognize and treat it appropriately. So, let's see how much caffeine No Explode has per serving. And they suggest you use 2 scoops. I'll show you the size of 1 scoop. So here's 1 scoop here. Total caffeine from all sources, because this has all types of stimulants and all types of things in it. But it's saying total caffeine from all sources is approximately 200 milligrams per serving, which is equivalent to 2 cups of coffee. So, what is 1 serving? They're saying 1 scoop is 1 serving. But if you read the directions on here, it does suggest you start out with 1 scoop and then you move to 2. And according to what I just read, anything over 250 is a high dose. So I'm glad I never got to the 2 scoops on that. And actually I had decided to fall back on a lot of different supplements because I was taking many supplements. And I mean, I would say once I was a good month or 2 in, I felt like He-Man on a daily basis. And I just recognized that wasn't natural. So I scaled back almost to the point to where, well, not almost to the point to where I wasn't taking any supplements at all. And just recently, over the last 2 to 3 months, I've been reintroducing supplements. But now I take them on a limited basis, maybe once a week, if that. And as you can see, I still have a lot of this left. I'm not sure how far I can get down before I spill it. Yeah. And just bought this not too long ago, but I still have a lot of this left also. So let's see how many milligrams of caffeine per serving this has. It does not say, but in the section where it shows it has caffeine and the other stimulants that are basically supposed to help you have mental focus and explosive energy, saying 1,325 milligrams. So I don't know, I had to find more information about this. But just said all this to say, be careful with your pre-workout supplements. And be careful drinking energy drinks and overdoing it. You know, I know there are some people who drink energy drinks and take pre-workout supplements at the same time. So You might want to scale back on that. I'm not saying you're gonna have the same results as the 14-year-old girl who died. I mean, she did have other medical issues, so there's no guarantee that could happen to someone else. But you need to be careful. You know, like I said, I've done the research, and I'm seeing a lot of people who had to have dialysis because their adrenal glands have been drained. So that's all I had to say today. Hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Give me a thumbs up if you like, and let me know what you think about the caffeine in these energy drinks. Talk to y'all soon.